And into the north we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to your favorite podcast, Into the North. As always, it's your boy Don the Jula, and on the sunny shores of Manitoba, Grammy Night, damn right, he got dressed up. It's Chantastic Corey Chan. What's going on?
What's going on, homie? How you doing?
Yeah, I'm allowed to. I can still quote Kanye, right? Like I'm
Well, I
still
don't.
allowed
Yeah,
to
yeah,
enjoy him
yeah.
on my own time,
Yo,
even though
it's
he's a
all
piece
good.
of shit.
Yeah,
Like,
for sure, for sure.
all
None of
right.
his new shit, but yeah, anything old, his old stuff is all good.
I
We're
mean,
good. Before crazy Kanye, we're
well,
good.
I like when he gets quiet for a little while, and then he comes back and he's less,
True,
hate
true,
speech and insanity, and he's a little more
true.
grounded.
Hopefully he's on his medications again. You know what I mean, and everything's good.
All right. I don't care anyways. I'm still gonna quote Kanye.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, what's going on? How you
Uh,
feeling?
I'm good, brother. I'm good. Just sipping on a beer here. Cheers,
Yeah,
cheers,
me too.
cheers,
Cheers.
cheers.
Oh no way, is that a pilsner?
This is a
Oh
pilsner,
my
brother.
god. Okay, I got a great story.
Mm. What's that? Let's hear it.
Sorry, great story to open up episode. Is this number 40?
This is 40, bro. The big 4-0. Whoa,
Lordy, lordy,
whoa.
look who's 40.
Shit.
Opening episode 40, our 40th expedition into the north. I got a great story about that. So one night, I went out. I can't remember where I was, but I got liquored.
I don't believe it.
I mean,
I don't believe it. You getting liquored? Never.
I
Come
mean,
on.
properly pickled. Like I was just floating above myself, looking at this moron. Like, what are you doing? Anyways, I wake up.
Yeah.
Oh no, sorry. No. That's not the story. Yes, I got liquored. I get back home in the taxi. In the
Yes.
back of the cab, there's a 12 case of Pilsner.
Not yours.
Not mine. No, I get in the cab and it's there,
It's just sitting there.
just sitting there. And this is at like I don't know, probably like 2:15 in the morning.
Like we're talking a full case?
Like it's like open. There's like a beer or two gone from it. So I see it
Okay,
and I
okay.
say, "Oh," I said, "Mr. Driver, there's an open case of beer back here." He's like, "Oh yeah?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "You know what? I'm gonna take it with me." And he goes, "No, you can't do that because if somebody comes and they ask for it or whatever." I said, "Okay, now I'm gonna leave it in the car just because I don't want to be a jerk." Apparently, in my hammered state, I was super reasonable, but I did take one solitary beer. It was called my taxi beer. Ask Taryn, ask Road Dog, ask fucking Pete, ask
Oh,
anybody. The taxi beer was legend, and it was sat in my fridge for at least a year and a half.
you didn't drink it?
No, because it felt like it was this magical thing. Like I ended up with this one beer for a reason. You know what I mean? It felt like it was just one of those
Oh,
things that it
bro.
comes across your path and it means something. Much like
All right.
much
All
like
right.
much like my Cold War with the skunks a couple of summers ago. That's another story for another time.
Yo, no doubt, no doubt.
The skunks know what they did. Anyways,
Yo, you're
so
fucking around.
so this thing sat in my fridge forever, and I mean parties and barbecues, and someone brings over a six of this, six of that, mixed up beer.
Can't believe no one
Always,
drank it either, man.
nobody dared drink it. And in my brilliance, again, I was quite prone to getting myself proper stewed beef back then.
For sure.
I never drank it. Like last beer in the house, I left it there.
Like, are we talking before marriage?
No. I was married. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was in
Okay.
this place. So yeah, Keegan was born already.
Oh shit,
Yeah.
crazy man.
Yeah.
Wild man. As if it survived all that. That's
And it
crazy.
sat there and no one ever touched it and no one ever bothered with it. I don't know if I thought it was magic or what, but I left it there. Until one day, shout out to my boy Pete, he bought a 12 case of Pilsner
Okay.
and threw
Okay.
them in the fridge.
Okay.
So now
And
there
that
was
was it.
13 Pilsners in there and I didn't know which one was the magic fucking taxi beer anymore.
Oh fucker.
Through no fault
You
of
know
his own, he's just like, oh, I'm going to grab a case of beer. Like, no one's actively thinking, I'm going to pick up a case of beer for the
wow.
party. Oh, wait, the magic taxi beer, because Grant's insane, is sitting in the fridge, right?
No kidding. No kidding.
Yeah.
I remember last time I was down actually Ren grabbed a case of Pilsner when we went to
Yeah.
Pete's, man.
It's
Yeah, bro.
it's solid stuff, but I had never drank it. And the first time I
Mm.
tasted it was the night Pete bought that case, because I just wouldn't
Nice.
open the beer.
That's hilarious.
If I
man.
would have took two, I would have drank them.
For sure.
They would have been
Guaranteed.
gone. But because I only took one to prove the guy just doing his job in the taxi, to
You
prove
know,
him wrong, I ended
know,
up with this. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm just saying, like, I know many people, probably me included. I would have probably just not even said nothing. In that case, would have been in my house, bro. Like,
Yeah, but I was at the point of the night where I'm like, okay, now I got out of the bar, the tab's paid. I'm going home. Let me start shutting down everything and just, oh look,
no, for
whoa,
sure, for sure.
there's a case of
I
beer
hear
here,
you.
sir. Like
I hear you. Yeah, no
trying to be
doubt, no
charming
doubt.
with the cab driver. Oh, really?
The magic Pilsner beer, cab
I'm
beer,
telling you,
cab
man.
beer.
That's and
As a year and a half in the fridge,
yeah,
man. Fuck.
and like if
uh,
Pete would have did it on purpose, be like,
yep.
no, we're taking down this taxi beer. I would have
Like
been,
people
I
were
would have
aware
been,
of this beer,
yeah,
right?
oh yeah, everyone
Like,
knew about it.
like people were. Yeah, okay, okay.
Oh
So
yeah,
you're
yeah.
thinking maybe Pete brought it over just cause?
Nope, he just bought a 12 case and brought it over.
Okay,
He's like, I'm gonna
okay.
get 12 case of Pilsner and threw it in there.
Right
So
on.
it killed the magic of the taxi beer, but at the same time, we drank 13 beers. And there was people over, and the
There you
boys had
go,
the
man.
beers, and it was fucking,
There you go.
I
The
don't know,
Bison and the
yeah.
Bears.
It was a nice little magical taxi beer. So now every time I see a
Oh
Pilsner, I'm
shit.
like, it reminds me.
No doubt. No doubt. It's a good story, man. It's a
Yeah,
good
man.
story.
Yeah, man. I am having the less exciting Bud Light.
It's all right though.
Yeah. You know what?
You drink too many, you're pissing every 10 minutes. But besides that, it's whatever.
I like them because if you really want to just sit there at a table and drink as many beers as you want to get into for 4, 6, whatever hours,
Yeah, yeah.
Bud Light is definitely a front runner.
See,
Because you're not going to fall asleep
this
at the table or nothing. You know what I mean? You're just going to keep.
this is pretty good like that too, though. I mean, it's only 5%. I mean, it's easy drinking,
Mm-hmm.
but it's got flavor. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's got to have flavor.
It's good, and shout out to Saskatchewan because that's their beer out there. That's
Really?
what they drink. Yeah, it's
Is it
good.
from
I like it.
Saskatchewan?
I don't even, you know what, man? It's like if you go out there for a football game, it's sponsored throughout their whole stadium.
That's awesome.
Um, I don't, you know what? I bet you it's made by another company. It's made by Molson. Yep, made by Molson. Yep, I did not
Goddamn
know that.
conglomerates.
Yeah, no kidding. Of course, Molson, right? It's either Molson or it's gonna be like export or who knows, right? Some
Molson
crazy
Coors
Canadian
and I believe Labatt
Labatt.
is with
Yes.
Anheuser-Busch, which is Budweiser, Busch, and all that.
Yeah, yeah,
Labatt
yeah.
and Molson, the giant companies they're part of, I think they're like the third and fourth biggest breweries in the world.
Like Labatt, Winnipeg used to have a huge Labatt like factory back in the day, but they shut that down years ago, like many moons before I showed up here even, and it was an empty lot for a long time before they built something
Do you
else.
drink
But
blue? Labatt Blue?
Labatt Blue, yeah, the 40 bottles when I was younger.
Oh, but yeah, we used to get the the big
Well, you
eights.
used to get those for like $4.27 or something. You drink one of them and you're liquored.
They're still going.
Oh, I know they are.
I
I know they
at
are.
at Couche-Tard,
Like,
at Couche-Tard you get two for like 8.50. One's like $6.
like, dude, you have no idea. I can't wait for friends to come and see that shit
Oh, it's gonna be
in April,
incredible.
bro.
It's gonna be incredible.
It's gonna
Yeah,
be good. It's gonna
yeah.
be good.
Breaking news on Into the North. We have just locked in the bachelor party for Mr. Chantastic. We're gonna
Yo.
bring the Winnipeg boys all the way out here to La Belle Province.
Yeah. Yeah.
I already got
Yeah.
some shit
And
percolating. See, there's
I
like
know.
there's
I know.
classic pillars of bachelor parties that you have to hit. And I'm not
Yeah.
talking about going bowling, obviously, because everyone goes bowling on a bachelor party. It's a classic. But
Oh, I thought you were talking about golf. My
oh yeah,
bad. My bad.
exactly. I'm trying to come up with some memorable parts of the
Cool.
evening.
Cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
for a night
For
we
sure.
definitely won't remember.
Yeah, no doubt, man. No doubt.
It's gonna be great.
Absolutely.
I can't wait to
Yeah,
see you
man.
guys. When I went out there in November, everyone was super hospitable. So happy to return the
October.
favor.
October. You left in November.
So, yeah, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, man.
Fucking fancy pants over here.
Fucking handing out candies all hammered to kids at
Oh,
Halloween.
so
You.
good.
It was a great night, bro. It was a
It was
great
good.
night.
I need to.
Great night.
I'm trying to play the scariest techno I have. And
Yeah, you were busting out the Michael Jackson Thriller and shit too. Though it was good. It was
all
good.
for a good time, not a long time,
Yeah,
right?
I'll
But
forget that. Yeah, exactly.
yeah, we're
Exactly,
looking
bro.
forward to that. That's going to be a lot of fun. But
Yeah, man.
we have some work to do.
We do. We
I
do.
mentioned it in the open. Grammy Night
Yep.
was last
Grammy
Sunday.
night. Mm-hmm.
The I don't know how many of them I should have. I should have looked that up before we started tonight. The
What's that?
71st Grammy Awards?
Grammys?
Started in the
I don't know.
50s, I'm guessing.
Yeah, maybe. I to be honest, I don't know. I caught glimpses of it here and there throughout the evening. I didn't watch it straight through, to
Mm-hmm.
be honest. I just read up on the gossip part of it the following day, and I was like, "Yep, we're doing a show on this."
Oh, absolutely. Previously, I used to be very dedicated to watching the Grammys.
Well, our parents, bro. I
Right?
remember my mother being glued to the television, like, and this is the night we got to watch the Grammys. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, like, and I know your mom is all big into the music and shit
That
like that too.
and
So
the American Music Awards.
for sure,
When we were
for
kids,
sure,
that was a big one.
huge,
Mhm.
huge, buddy, huge, absolutely,
It was
absolutely.
massive. Oh man, I loved that when I was a kid. I remember Michael Jackson won. I remember the Grammys. It was, I guess, 84, 85. I was still little, but my Bubba Dell, I think
Yeah,
it was Bubba Dell who would do it. He would record all of the Grammys, the Oscars, the whatever. Like Bubba Dell would record a lot of stuff because we had a VC. They had a VCR back then, so
yo, true, true, true.
Michael Jackson just cleaned up for Thriller. Like he couldn't.
Like, how do you even touch that though,
Yeah, he
right?
won
Like, come
Best
on.
Metal Album that
Anything,
year.
anything,
Just
anything
Thriller
Michael
wins that
Jackson
too.
touched
Like
though,
just
really.
what's that?
Yeah, for real though. Anything Michael Jackson touched though, you know what I mean?
At
Like,
least
how do you
that
get
year.
beat, bro? You know what I mean? Well, yeah, for sure, for sure.
I used to be so dedicated to watching it because I love the performances and I love the all the stuff.
Yeah,
And
like,
now the last few years, I don't know if it's that there's too many nominees in certain categories, or the categories I'm most interested in don't make the live broadcast, or what.
yeah,
Like,
well, that's yeah, you know what I mean? There's a lot of stuff we don't actually get to see that I would actually care about, you know what I mean? And
hmm
like I got to read up on it the next day to find out who won certain topics or certain categories, I mean.
hmm
So, I don't know. It doesn't have the same vibe like it used to for me. It doesn't attract me like it used to, you know what I mean? Like I don't know. You always for the last decade you see a lot of the same faces like
well,
winning the same shit.
sure, but is that the quality of their run, or is it just
Well,
because
yeah,
they're the
it's not
biggest
an
names in
issue.
like
It's
pop
not an
music?
issue. You know what I mean? It's not an issue. But I mean, I don't know. I think even just the way certain categories of music have been going in the last decade is
Mhm.
kind of just not up my alley anymore either, right? You know what I mean? So
Yeah, well, the Grammys have been heavily criticized over the years for being too old, or not too
oh, for
old, but
sure.
not plugged in enough, especially when it comes to like hip hop, rap, R&B, those categories.
Which is crazy
Yeah, which
because
we'll get
they turned it
into.
up.
We'll get into in a
Yeah,
minute. Well,
yeah,
I was watching the Joe Budden podcast, and Parks, the guy Parks, he does a
yep,
lot of the sound engineering, and now he's a member of the
yep,
show. He was
yep.
nominated for 2 Grammys.
Who he
Parks,
was?
yeah,
Oh
the
yes,
the
Parks.
skinny
Yeah,
white
yeah.
guy.
Sorry, sorry.
So
Yeah,
he
yeah,
was
yep,
he had 2 nominations for Mary's album for
yep.
sound engineering or whatever.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, and he was saying, well, fuck, what was he saying? He was saying that there's a lot of uh, there's a lot of rap hip hop nominees that only recently started becoming more plugged in, like more. This is what the best hip hop albums are, and he said it was around the pandemic when I believe it was Pusha T was nominated,
Mm-hmm.
Alchemist and Freddie Gibbs's
Alchemist.
album, I believe Royce
Yep.
was nominated that year.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Mm-hmm.
Nas was nominated that year. I think that's the year
Yeah,
he
wasn't
won.
that wasn't that 2020 or something?
Yeah, it wasn't so
Or
long ago. And he's like, that's the first time you actually
2021
see
maybe
like
even?
who people truly consider the best of the genre being
For sure.
nominated at the Grammys.
Yes.
Where this year, for example, like it was a given Kendrick was gonna win it, right? Like
Well, I mean,
he is a Grammys darling.
well, yeah. I mean, you know, a lot of like he got some backlash on that album, but I mean, to me, I thought it was well put together, well done, and
Yeah. Well, I mean, we
the
spoke
man
about it
can
here on
spit.
the show. What was it? Episode 11 or something?
Way back,
When Miss
yeah,
Morale
no
and the Big
doubt.
Steppers came out, we spoke about it. Like
Yep.
it was very good.
I liked it. I liked it. Yep.
And
Yep.
objectively, I think it was probably the best of the contenders. But I feel like the Grammys is a little too in love with Kendrick. You know, like Pusha T's album was really, really good, and I think a
Dude,
lot of
like
the masses that do listen to current hip
so
hop or whatever, I think a lot of them felt Pusha T's album more than Kendrick's.
yeah,
Kendrick is
see,
cool, but it's
again, I think
nichey
that
in
comes
ways.
down. See, again, that to me comes down to who's actually, like, I don't know, like, isn't it the people that make this decision on the vote when it comes to Grammys, or is it actually people in an office?
It's members of the Academy. I believe it's old winners and nominees as well.
Okay, okay, so
Chuck D isn't
so
on the panel. You know what I mean? They don't have
I know what you're
KRS-One
saying.
on the
This
panel.
okay, okay. Like,
DJ
I
Premier doesn't get a
understand, I
vote. You know what I
understand.
mean?
Like, but I just feel like Kendrick's album touched on many different nowadays topics as well, too. You know what
Well,
I'm
yeah, because
saying?
he's Kendrick. He still makes
So
complete,
so like
full
Pusha T, who's
experiences.
talking about, like, bagging coke and, like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Mm.
to me, like, lyrically, yeah, Pusha T's unreal, and Kendrick's sick too. To me, their albums were totally different, and I didn't even know how you would even try to put them up against each other, really. Like,
Well,
but I guess you kind of,
that's the thing. A lot of people feel like there should be more diverse hip hop categories at these award shows.
well, like there kind of is
Pusha
with
T's
other
record was
genres.
not Kendrick's, right?
No, no, for sure. That'd be like putting up, like, I don't know, most deaf against like Quavo or some shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, exactly.
how,
They're separate things. So if you have R&B, adult contemporary, and all these different things, why should
for
hip
sure.
hop, which is easily the biggest music in the world right now,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
By far. By
outside,
far.
like, you have your massive pop stars, you have your Bad Bunnies
Yeah.
and that, but as a
Yep.
whole, the bulk of the top 40s is mostly American hip hop artists.
For sure.
Sorry, Drake, but like, you know what I
I
mean?
was, yeah,
Like these
yeah, yeah.
hip hop's so
Top 10
massive.
supposedly.
Why
Mhm. Top 10.
can't why can't they evolve the category? Why can't Mos Def and Talib Kweli do battle over here where the Migos and the DJ Khaled's and the Jack Harlows, they could be over here?
I hear you, man. I
You know
hear
what I
you.
mean? Hip
Like,
hop isn't
like,
just these guys are rappers. We give out one award.
well,
Whoever
this is
gets it
it.
gets it.
To me, there's many different, like you're saying, there's many different like varieties of hip hop nowadays. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? It's not just, like, it's not that New York rugged raw or that LA gangsta. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's like very, very different. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm with you on it though. There should be, but
Yeah.
again, the Grammys are very old, right? And this is all new to them with
Yeah.
this hip hop shit. So,
Well, speaking of being very old, I don't know if this is an accurate number, but the Grammys did something right and they celebrated hip hop's 50th birthday
yes,
this
they
year.
did. And it was fantastic.
It
Like,
felt
absolutely
like they got it
mind-blowing.
right.
Oh, man, it was unbelievable, dude.
You can
They had the
you
best of, like, the best throughout the eras, man.
Oh,
It was sick.
exactly. You can nitpick and say, "Well, I think that guy should have been in this, or maybe they should have brought these guys out to be here. These
Yeah,
people were
but
pioneers, but they didn't bring them out, but these people got shine or
still,
whatever."
they brought out the pioneers that truly mattered, that did something for hip hop for a
Hmm.
long period of time, you know what I mean? And still are doing it. So,
Grandmaster
like,
Flash and the
did you see
Furious
Busta
Five were
rip it?
beefing for a long time.
Absolutely.
They got them
Absolutely.
together. They had
They
Missy,
did.
they had Busta, they had the Locks, they had
Buddy. They
uh,
tore it up,
who
man.
else?
It
Who
was
else came out hot in here? What else? I had oh Queen Latifah came out and did
Queen
UNITY
Latifah was out there,
right into
yep.
Method Man doing Method Man like
LL was out there.
Uncle L. Exactly.
Yeah, man. It was
They
deadly, bro.
took from basically the beginning all the way to now because they had Uzi
That,
Vert
that's
do "I
that's
Want to Rock,"
exactly,
which is
yeah,
maybe the biggest hip hop song in the world right now.
which is
Maybe
still,
it's
I'm trying to
not
figure out
traditional
why,
hip
but
hop like Uncle L would have done or any of these guys, but you know what I mean.
mhm.
Glorilla came out,
Yep.
and I mean, I'm not exactly a fan per se, but if you're gonna show where hip hop's been, you have to show where it
Yes.
is, and we can see where it's
Yep.
going. A little baby.
Yeah, little baby. Yep. No, they did it right there, man. It was well put together, man. It was such a great performance. Like, imagine what it would be like just to be sitting there front row and this is happening in front of you at that moment, bro.
Bussa Bus was incredible. The
Yo,
whole
when he
thing.
came out, oh
DJ
man.
Jazzy Jeff was one of the DJs. I think Z Trip
Yep.
got out there.
Yep. Will Smith even said a salute to Jazzy Jeff being up there,
Yeah.
man. It was pretty dope.
So
It's pretty
apparently
dope.
Questlove, because the whole Questlove curated the whole thing, and
Yeah.
apparently he reached out to Will, and he's like, "Yo, you and Jeff do whichever song you want."
Summertime would have to be
I
summertime, yo.
think it would have to be summertime too.
Are you
Uh,
serious? He reached out?
yeah, of course. And this is, however you feel about Will Smith and whatever has been going on the last little while, They won
Yeah.
the first ever rap Grammy. They have a place
Yes,
out there.
that's true. Yes, no
They
doubt. He
deserve
would.
to be out there
Yeah.
performing. So yeah, he reached out.
Wow.
Jazzy Jeff was sitting at Questlove's table all night.
Yes, I seen that. I
Yeah.
seen that. Yeah.
So they
For
reached
sure.
out to Will, and he couldn't do it for a fantastic reason. You want to know what that reason was?
Please do tell.
They're shooting Bad Boys 4.
Oh man.
You
That's
will
great.
not
That's
hear me
great.
be sad
But
about
to
that.
be honest, I probably would have rather have seen Will Smith at the Grammys with Jazzy Jeff in that performance. I'm not gonna lie.
Sure, but I mean, you know,
Like I don't know, the last Bad Boys. What's his name? What's his name there? Martin Lawrence didn't look like he could run a block, bruh.
oh, yeah, yeah,
It was still a good movie though. Still a good movie.
yeah. No, yeah, Martin Lawrence was looking rough, but whatever,
Woo!
man. Hey, his timing is still impeccable.
For sure. For sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Considering that we just discussed for a solid 5 minutes about how hip hop is marginalized in the Grammys, the
Yes.
fact that they were willing to dedicate this type of
For sure.
coverage to it,
Yeah.
to this tribute. Apparently, in Atlanta, I believe it was in Atlanta, whatever channel that was showing the Grammys, they went to
Yes.
commercial
Come on.
during the performance. So
In Atlanta.
it started. Specifically Atlanta. I read this on Twitter. It started. They went to commercial, drink Coca-Cola, get some Mountain Dew, whatever, buy Braves tickets, and then boom, they came back. They missed a chunk of it, and the tribute was still going on.
Holy shit.
Who's the producer that does that?
You know what?
Who's in the
question.
truck? Like, no,
Do you
guys,
know-
let's go to
do you
the
know-
Coca-Cola commercial
Do you
instead
know if
of
there was
looking
any
at
big
methadone.
name Atlanta rappers on that stage?
Sorry?
Do you know if there was any big name Atlanta rappers on that stage?
Big Boy. He did his verse from ATLians.
Oh, he did. That's right. Yes. Yes.
I'm not entirely sure where Glorilla's from. Lil
I don't
Baby,
think-
I'm sure, is from Atlanta.
You think so? Well, he's from the south somewhere there, but I don't know if it's Atlanta. But anyway, either way,
Atlanta
like
pumps
to
out
me,
stars.
to me, I'm surprised Luda wasn't. He should have been up there. I think that would have been good.
Luda's the man.
Luda is the man, yo.
I
I just
love
seen him
Luda.
do a freestyle, like, or spit a verse that he just put together on his Instagram this week, and I was just like, yo, man, bring out that shit like now.
He's back
Drop
on
an
his
album.
music.
Like, let's go. Drop an album. Let's go. Drop the Fast and Furious and let's go.
But yeah,
Like, we need some chicken and beer. Let's go.
I
Like,
love-
shit.
I don't want to get into what we're doing next, but we are going to have a discussion about that list that came out that Billboard did, and I have some very strong feelings about Ludacris and his positioning on that list.
Yeah, we'll get into that because I'm starting to see why it's listed the way it is. But
Sure.
another topic for another day, bro.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're out here to stomp our feet and wag our fingers and tell them they should know better, right? So that's we're not gonna be like, oh well, I understand the reasoning for putting this guy at 17.
Well, I get it
Like,
though.
no,
I
fuck
understand
that.
why it's Billboard, so I kind of understand what they're looking at. They're not looking at it as we would look at it, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, that doesn't mean they're not gonna get raked over the coals for it.
For sure, for sure. But
Yeah.
I'm kind of not as angry as I was when I first seen it. So
Of course.
we're good. We're good.
One thing I wanted to make sure to touch on about this this tribute was everybody came out and they were in sync. Everybody was so happy to be around each other, being celebrated. Like, this is what hip hop's supposed to be. It's not supposed to be about beefs and fucking anger and all kinds of stupidity. It's about the vibe, the feeling of the music, the love of the craft.
Yeah, man, for sure. For sure, absolutely. It was great to see the community together, man, and killing it. Like, just enjoying. Like, they were having fun, man. You could see they were having fun. They were just loving every minute of it, man. It was great.
That
It was great.
8 minutes or whatever it was is what raised us.
Yeah, yeah.
You
It's
know,
the truth,
all
though.
you need was Biggie and Pac. Like,
For real, though.
well,
That's the truth.
Yeah, and I like that they gave shine to faces that weren't directly in your face. You could have
True.
had Jay-Z come out for that, but why? You know, you could have had Nas or tried to get Eminem or, you know, but why?
And again, I thought
I'd
I
rather
thought for
see
sure,
Busta
you know what
do
I mean?
2 songs, you know?
Dude, you know what? There could have been a bunch of other MCs out there, really. Like, you know what I mean? Like, fuck, Nelly should have been out there even. You know what I mean?
I think he was. I didn't see the whole
Was
thing,
he?
but I saw.
Yeah, I don't know either, man. But there could have been they could have probably did they could have dedicated, like, if I put that list together, there could have probably been an hour of them going off. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like,
Like I said, we could sit here and pick nits, but that's
We
not what
could,
we're out
yeah.
here to do. We're out
but
here to
you know what?
celebrate it.
I enjoyed watching it, man. Like, it was great to see, and I'm glad they got recognized.
Did you? I'm sure either you sent it to me or I sent it to you. The video of Trevor Noah kicking it with Busta Rhymes,
Oh yeah.
and he just
Oh
walks
yeah.
up on him and he's doing a whole Busta verse, and they're hugging and all
Yep.
kinds of stuff, and like
Yeah, man.
Trevor
Yeah, man.
Noah doesn't miss a fucking syllable. Busta's like, yo,
Nope, he kills it. Yeah, you
that
said that to me today, bro.
that is exactly what hip hop's supposed to be,
For sure, man. For
and that
sure,
shows
dude.
me how celebrated Busta Rhymes deserves to be. Busta is such a
Absolutely,
good dude musically. His
bro.
influence over so many different people,
Bro,
like Busta Rhymes, is
there's only
truly an all timer.
like there's only one other MC that gives me that same vibe and same feeling. Like when it comes to like that, I don't know. Like there's something about Busta. It just puts a smile on my face every time he opens his mouth and spits. Right? There's
You're
only another MC. There's
100%
another
correct.
MC who does that, and her name's Missy Elliott. Man, that's
Yeah,
another one who just every time she spits something, it's just like, yo, you just want to like, and your
Missy was
face, you
there.
just smiling. I know, like it just, oh man, those two get me going every time.
Hmm.
Get me going every time. Love
I
them.
don't
Love
ever feel like any of their music is lacking authenticity or lacking honesty.
them. Never.
I don't feel like they're ever doing something because it's the wave or they are like, this is how things sound, so I'm gonna sound like that. Like
Oh,
never.
they've always been in their own, like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like off, like left field, both of them. You know what I mean? Like no one's really done that their style. Like
Yeah.
they have their own, unique style.
If I hear
So,
people talking about how Busta's only okay, you didn't live through early Busta, the insanity, the videos, his
buddy,
whole presence. Busta looked, everything he did was just, what's the word I'm looking for? Outrageous.
yeah, his
You know,
90s shit was crazy.
you know, I,
Like his early 90s shit was insane.
with
Like
the
his
big
music,
hair and all the videos
like
had these weird fucking optics and
like
shit, like
that's why Luda videos were like crazy like that with me too,
ludicrous.
though, right? You know what I
Missy
mean?
too.
Like exactly, dude. Missy was crazy like that, man, for
I
sure.
was saying for your party, if I was able to get it together, the social, I was gonna
Yeah.
come as Missy Elliott. I was gonna get the red glasses and
The
glue the
fucking
gold thing
suit.
on it, and with the puffy suit.
Yo, yo, that would have been dope. That would have been dope. For sure.
I feel like
That would have been
I
wicked.
feel like this was a very adequate celebration of hip hop on its way. And you know what? Maybe every year, instead of like, obviously you had who was it? It was Wheezy, Jay, Khaled,
Mhm. Mhm.
and what I think Future maybe, and they did whatever they did. God did,
Yep.
and it's cool that you put on one of the bigger hits of the year. But maybe every single year we could have more comprehensive, more maybe 7 or 8 different hip hop people come out and do performances. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be so. There's a lot of music to celebrate, and if music's supposed to last, and we're supposed to make new classics and fall in love like we did when we were kids, give
Hmm.
people a chance to see these artists and where they came from.
This is exactly it, man. Like, if this did not prove to the Grammys that hip hop is, huge as it is, and there's a huge following behind it, and people love it,
Well, 50
it
years
doesn't.
later, I can
You know
we
what I mean?
officially say
Like,
it's here to stay forever.
yeah,
You know,
yeah, for sure, for sure, absolutely, man,
so much celebration of
absolutely.
country artists and this and that, and
Yeah, no kidding. Like, there are some artists nominated. It's just like, who was that?
yeah.
Who are
Well,
you?
you were talking about you had a list of snubs or whatever, and
Yeah, snubs and surprises, man. Like there was a few. Like obviously the one big one being Beyonce. The woman, you know what I mean? Like shit, four times in a row
it's
now?
it's yeah. Well, not in consecutive years, but yeah,
You know what I mean?
she is
Yes, not
0
consecutive,
for
but
0 for 4 for album of the year.
yes.
And objectively, just as somebody who consumes music, and I'd like
Hmm.
to think I have a pretty keen ear,
Hmm.
she got screwed at least twice.
Oh, for sure. Like when she
Definitely
lost to, like
twice.
you were saying, that when she lost to Adele that year.
So, she's lost it 4 times. You want to guess who she lost it to?
Well, I know Adele for sure.
Adele,
And then last night she lost it, or the Sunday night she lost it to oh, who was it again, bro?
Harry Styles,
Harry Styles, that's it. I can't believe that.
who had an incredible year. Let's not get it
Yeah, oh yeah.
twisted.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong.
But
But still,
objectively,
Harry Styles, come on.
Renaissance. I know you don't care for it, but this most
It's
recent
not
Beyonce
the
album is a
yeah.
massive, undeniable fucking hit. Some people think it's her best work.
That's insane. Wow.
Personally, I don't think so. I think it's Lemonade, but
Yeah,
it's
Lemonade to me is her best album ever
but she
made
won two
that she's ever
Grammys. She
made.
won two Grammys this year, putting her number one of all time,
That's true.
ahead
That's true.
of a Hungarian conductor who's one behind her, and then right behind
Yeah.
him is Quincy Jones.
Oh shit,
Hmm.
Quincy, eh?
So
Good
yeah,
old
so
Quincy.
she lost to
Nice.
Adele,
Yes.
which I think Lemonade was a better album, but Adele kills it every time. So
She
it's
was everywhere that year,
yeah,
though. You know what I mean, dude?
yeah.
Like,
She lost to Harry Styles. She lost to Taylor Swift.
oh fuck. That's
The
right.
one with
That's
Formation
right.
and
That's right.
7-Eleven
That's
and
right.
Drunken Love,
That's right.
which
I can't stand that
lost to
woman.
it lost to Red, which was a good album, but again, Beyonce
Not.
probably should have took that.
Yeah.
And then she lost to Beck.
What?
Yeah. Or no, maybe the one with Drunken Love and all of that is the year she lost to Beck. Beck won Best Album. But Beck also played 29 different instruments on the album, but it wasn't the massive, media darling
Still,
that
Beck?
fucking
Like, has Beck
Beck.
even been relevant since the 90s?
He won Album of the Year 4 years ago, 5, 6, 7 years ago. I can't remember exactly when it was.
Holy shit, I haven't heard music from that guy since probably like Loser, man. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? Like, wow.
The Twitter sphere is stating a very obvious point that she lost to 4 solo white artists.
Ah, fuck.
I hope it's not that, and I don't think
I don't
it's
think
that.
it is. I don't think it is, man. Come on now. Everyone knows Beyonce's the queen, man. Like, this woman is like, come on, man.
Well, she's 0 for 4 in title fights.
Yeah, well, I've seen artists go like fucking Mary J. Blige went 0 for 6 or something
Mm-hmm.
on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Just on one night. Like
There's been a lot of offers. Bieber had a long offer.
0 for 8,
0 for 8. I think you said Billie Eilish.
0 for 5.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I think that Lemonade should have beat Adele's album that year. In her speech, Adele even came out and said, Beyonce, Lemonade saved my life. Like, it helped me through my divorce and all of that. And she gave her love. So that's fantastic.
Well,
I
speaking
think
about
hold on, just let me finish this thought.
no,
Harry Styles
give
had
her,
a
sorry, man.
massive year. Okay, I'll
Well,
give him that.
yeah,
I'm not going to take anything away from him.
but
As it was
but
a big hit. I get it. But Beyonce had 10 songs on that album. 9, maybe a little less. We'll say 8 that
it's
were
solid
as
songs for
good
sure.
and as enjoyable and had energy and all kinds of stuff that I would think blow as it was out of the water. Like as a complete piece of work, the Renaissance album by Beyonce was incredible. And yeah, it was kind of dancey and it was a little off the wall and not
Well,
really her
that's what it
wheelhouse.
was. Well, didn't she win for electronic dance or something?
Yeah, she won.
Right?
She won 2 or 3 Grammys
Yeah,
last night. She has
yeah.
the most Grammys ever, but when it comes to the big one, for some reason, she gets
She
left
snubbed,
behind. Like she gets
snubbed. Yeah.
keep getting snubbed out. And you want to say Adele and Taylor Swift, cool. Beck and Harry Styles, individually, are you going to tell me either of their albums were better than Beyonce's those years? Maybe Beck's, but not
Dude, I'm sorry to
Renaissance. Not this
say,
year. She got dogged.
like,
Beyonce
I'm sorry
deserved
to
better.
say, even if anything, out of all those four, Adele's maybe the only one I agree with. You know what I mean? Because Taylor Swift, come on, man.
Yeah, but it was a big one, and Taylor Swift
That was
was
the
the hosting
Kanye year.
music.
Was that the Kanye year?
I believe so. No,
That's when Kanye came up on stage with his bottle of Crown.
no. That was at the MTV Awards.
Oh
That's
yeah,
when
yeah,
Single Ladies lost to whatever Taylor Swift video
yeah.
it was. That's how
That's
inconsequential
yeah,
it
yeah.
was. I
That's
don't
right.
remember the
Sorry,
Taylor Swift
sorry.
video.
Yeah, 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 yeah. That's
Yeah,
right.
I think Beyonce got dogged. I truly think
Yeah,
Renaissance should have won this year.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she should have won
But
3 other years too.
a lot of people at the Grammys were booing the hell out of Harry Styles. People were yelling out Beyonce and all kinds of stuff. And Taylor Swift, who's his ex-girlfriend, stood up and she was clapping for him and she was listening to his whole speech and throwing dirty looks at people yelling from the crowd. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
she had Harry's back, so it was great to see.
And then she's gonna write a song about it.
I hope so. Well, write what you know.
Hate that woman.
She doesn't write a lot of her stuff these days. It's my boy Jack Anatoff.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah. It's like every time I hear a new Taylor Swift song, I'm like, this could have been a Bleacher song, so I'm just gonna pretend it's a Bleacher song.
It's the truth. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
It could have been.
There's an anti-hero remix, Taylor Swift featuring not featuring Jack Anatoff, featuring Bleachers. So I always say to
Oh
Tara, I'm
wow.
like, it's Bleachers featuring Bleachers? She's like, yeah, exactly. I'm like, all right.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Disappointed from Beyonce. Our mutual our favorite thing to argue about, our boy MGK did not win Rock Album of the Year.
Which I'm so glad.
That's
So glad.
that's
But
another,
Megan Fox still stood by his side and that I love him and he looked foolish like
she
always.
said he handled it with grace and class, which are two things that are not associated with our boy MGK.
Well, he must have been high or something, man. Maybe
Oh,
they got him
likely.
on some good medication.
Yeah. I personally don't think this album was as good as the one previous. So he was up for a mainstream sellout,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
I don't think it's whatever he did right on the first one, Tickets to My Downfall. He just tried to like basically photocopy it onto the new one, and
Well,
I
this
don't
is it.
think it
Like
was
the
as
last, well, the last like the last album he did was it. You knew it was out. You know what I mean? Like this one, I felt was kind of just. It felt like he just like rushed through
good.
it.
It kind
You
of
know what
just
I mean?
came out. Yeah,
Yeah,
didn't
it was
feel
just like
as
there was so much hype for that first album. This second album was kind of like, oh, he's got an album out. Okay,
because
and then
he never had
you
time to
didn't
go
really hear
away.
much from it.
Yeah.
You didn't really hear much from it. I feel like
You know, a lot of
there wasn't
artists
as
will
much radio
go away.
play.
Sorry, finish your thought. Sorry.
Sorry, there wasn't much radio play with it, and like compared to the first one, you know. And yeah, I just feel like he pieced together quick. Probably some record label telling him hurry up and get an album out. Who knows? And hopefully he goes back to rapping.
Yeah, well, we'll see. He has he has two songs with Wheezy. He raps a little bit on this one. The problem is between albums, usually artists go away. They do the album, and then they tour,
Then they go on,
and then
yeah,
they
they
come
go on
back,
tour
and
for a
then you
year or
don't hear from them
whatever.
for a bit.
Yeah,
And this was like they came out pretty quick, boom, boom, and like
it was like
MGK was everywhere. You couldn't get it, like you couldn't turn on anything without hearing about him. And then
yeah.
the second album came right away, so there was no build up, there was no change of
There
look.
was exactly, man, exactly, dude. It was like boom, there's another album out. It's like, oh shit, okay.
He did something like 80 shows or something in the last like year and a half, like.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens, I guess,
So,
in the future with MGK.
I'm not saying he had to win, but he lost to, I think Ozzy won that category, or no, Ozzy won in the metal category, and
Which is like, what? Are
Yeah.
you what? Like what?
and then somebody else won best rock category or whatever. But it's like, why is Ozzy Osbourne still winning Grammys?
Like how the hell is this man even? Is he really still making music?
Yeah,
Is it really him?
yeah. He had an album come out last year, but within the Grammy
Oh
window.
yeah. No,
But
no,
it's like,
I remember.
okay, I get it. Black Sabbath was incredible. Ozzy, cool. He's an elder statesman of rock and roll and metal. Cool. I got nothing but love for Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah,
But like,
he's
there are you talk about rock and roll suffering. There are a million acts out there that deserve a lot more shine. Turnstile got a
Dude,
couple of nominations, which is cool, but there's so many
this
bands
is
that deserve more shine. Stop
well,
giving
this is
Ozzy
what
awards.
this what drives me crazy about the Grammys. Relevance, man. You know what I mean? They fucking have people in there who aren't relevant to it anymore. You know what I mean? Like, yes, okay, sure, we definitely
Belinda
you know,
Carlisle
it's
won 2 Grammys or something last night, beating out
I know,
like
I know,
other big names that
I
had good
know,
years.
I know. But you know what? Yo, hold up. Just to backpedal a second here. To get back just quickly on Beyonce, just popped
Yeah,
into my head. I wanted to say it earlier.
no problem.
Lizzo.
It's our show, Chan. We
She
do what we want here.
praised
You can
she
fart if you
praised
want.
her Lizzo praised her like whole like music career to her, skipping like a class in grade 5 or something to like go and see her perform some gospel shit back in the day, and was like, that's what I want to do for a living. And like there was tears, and it was actually beautiful, man.
And
It was
Lizzo had a
really,
monster
really
year.
huge, man.
Monster. Love
Huge.
Lizzo.
And it's so like and it's crazy because like what 4 or 5 years ago, this is a woman who made a song and it came out and only became famous 2 years later after she made it. And then boom, she's just been blowing up everywhere.
Yeah.
Like,
Truth hurts.
and she's good. She's good, man. She's a great entertainer. She's got a good voice, man. She's full of energy, like great stage presence. Like, yo, she's the real deal. She's the real deal.
She is somebody who truly believes in herself and loves herself.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
it's easy to criticize her because of her body shape or whatever, but like she does not let that slow her down. She
And you
knows
know
the
what though?
world is trying to criticize her and slow her down, and it does not bother her at all. She's like, I'm the greatest me I can. I'm in the
No,
body I
for sure,
got, and I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do. And she's
for
been
sure,
having
for
a
sure,
fantastic career so far.
for sure, for sure. Absolutely, man.
Love me
It
some
was
Lizzo.
just really, it was really nice to see her do that, man. Like come out and say all that.
Beyonce is beyond. This isn't the right. This is the right comparison, but Beyonce for a generation of girls is like what Whitney was, like what Madonna was, like what these big name female stars. Like I want to be
Yeah,
her. I want to grow up to
yeah,
be A, B, or C.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like she is
Yo,
gonna be there, and then Lizzo is gonna spawn another generation. All of
like,
Lizzo's music is funky as hell. It
oh, for
is
sure,
not
bro.
cookie. It's not cookie cutter
Nah, man.
pop radio. Like it's really good.
No, for sure. No, absolutely. I'm with you on that, man. It is really good.
You know,
It is. It was like I said. It was just really great to see her praise Beyonce like that, and dedicate pretty much let her know that the reason like she's doing what she's doing is because of Beyonce, and it was just really really nice to see. It was awesome. It was awesome.
Beyonce is a massive influence, and excuse me, she deserves all of her flowers. Like she deserves to be
Yeah.
celebrated. Beyonce is incredible.
Hmm.
Yeah. But yeah,
Um.
just to finish up on that, the rock and metal again.
Oh yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
want to talk about these categories suffering, and a lot of
Yeah.
people say rock and roll is dead because who are the big rock bands anymore and whatnot.
It's it's true though.
If
Who
you are
is
the
right?
Grammys and we come to you every single year and we give the awards that you give out so much value and power,
Yes.
well, he won the Grammy that year. This guy's got 6 Grammys, 2 Grammys, whatever. We value it.
Hmm.
It's up to you, and it's your responsibility to give a shit about what's actually happening in music.
Like actually do your homework.
Well, yeah,
Like I
you know.
feel like they just kind of wing shit together because of a name. You know what I mean? It's just like why?
Well,
Like
all these
this
stuffy old
man.
dudes is like, we need a fifth nominee for hip hop. Oh, my niece listens to that Jack Harlow. Jack Harlow, he's a good boy.
Like I don't know, man. Like this is a man who can't even fucking tour anymore. Who won? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
again, love Ozzy. He's done a lot for rock and roll and metal. Don't get me wrong, but to me,
it's
come on,
done.
you tell me there's nothing else better out there right now in that category.
There's tons
You know what I
rock.
mean? Like
There's tons of rock bands that are ripping right now. Yo, there's this band called Palais Royale that's really good.
really, eh?
Yeah, they're
Hmm.
sick. We'll do a rock and roll episode because I got a lot of new stuff that I could drop on you
Cool,
that people
cool,
actually care about too.
nice,
You know what I mean?
nice.
Like Bring Me the Horizon, and like there's so many bands that are maybe they're pop for rock metal emo metalcore standards, but they're
Okay.
still fucking great draws. It's still incredible.
Yeah, no, for sure. I hear you. But again, like you said, man, they gotta Ozzy. I don't know, man.
Hmm.
Relevance matters. Like like something of like that's just I don't know.
So I got a
I'm with you on
question.
that.
I got a question for
Yep.
you.
Hmm.
Tons of people stopped going to the show.
Yes.
They're like, I don't want to go anymore.
J
Eminem is
Cole
very
being one of
vocal
them.
about that. Kanye,
J Cole.
J. Cole. A
He
lot of
ain't.
people are like,
Yep.
we're not gonna go just so you could go and sell your show to say I'm there.
Yep.
You know,
Yep. Hmm.
how can we? Maybe not we, you or I, but like as a collective, how can we honor the people who we truly think? Like, is it the Billboard Awards? That's just popular success. That's just
Yeah,
commercial success.
that's like what Yeah, yeah. I don't know.
You know, do we devalue the Grammys eventually? Do we stop giving it so much power? You
The
know,
Grammys needs a facelift. It really does.
I think it
Like
needs
I'm not
to.
gonna
It
lie.
needs
Like
a
it's time for it's time for a renovation,
a
man. And
dinosaur cull.
it's.
Get
I mean,
rid
there's a
of get
bunch
rid
of
of the
award
old
shows like
old
that, though.
statesman.
But there's a bunch of award shows like that, though, bro. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, there's a lot of them are just so like like come on, I don't know. Like to me, I like the VMAs. When it comes to shit like that, they actually give a shit. It seems like of what's happening now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And who's actually doing good shit and who's not, right?
Hmm.
But I mean, I don't know. Like I don't know, man. Like I just yeah, they need to tweak it. They need some new heads in that head office, I think, or something, bro. Something
Hmm.
needs to change. Like something new needs to be brought forward
I totally
with
agree.
them or
I
something.
I think you got to take away a lot of the because don't forget older people in music now
Mm.
are the, like, say for example Billy Joe Armstrong, right?
Yeah.
He's in
Yep.
his
For sure.
50s.
For
He's in his
sure.
50s.
At least, yeah.
Put him in there for freaking trying to figure out what the best rock albums are. Put him on some of these boards. Chuck D. You know what I mean?
No, you're right though, man. You're
Even
right. You're
Uncle L's
right.
in his 50s. Put LL Cool J in charge of some of this shit. You don't think LL Cool J cares enough about current hip hop and current R&B and things like this
Well,
to not be able to?
this is why. This is why, like, like even seeing like record labels, man, pick up like artists and shit now to be in head office. For instance, like our Canadian boy Cardinal, bro. You know what I mean? Being part of that, right? You know what I'm saying? But like people need people who have been in the industry to help out with these awards, man. Like I just feel like they know what they're they've been there, they've done that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of like putting a coach in who's played hockey before, right? You pick him
Yeah.
up because he knows the game. You stand, like it happens. Like I don't know, like they gotta do something. They gotta do something because I can't sit there and watch the whole awards. I couldn't. I couldn't. I. It's not that entertaining. They got to keep it more. But once they did that 8 minutes of, you know what I mean, whatever it was of those 50 years of hip hop,
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure a lot of people's turned their attention to the television during
For sure.
that award show, right?
Well,
So
it's like we all love Roy Jones Jr. and it's great that Roy Jones Jr. is still doing fights. But you think he's gonna beat up Javante Davis? No,
no,
he's not. It
no.
will not happen.
Mm-mm,
So
mm-mm.
why are we still fawning over? You want to give out lifetime achievement awards and stuff? Cool,
Yeah,
but like
perfect.
we
Yeah,
need to stop glamorizing not the old work of these guys. We're still trying to. Ozzy is the main example, and Belinda Carlisle.
yeah.
Just because they did something
Carlisle.
now and they have been great previously doesn't mean that what they did now is still the best of anything.
Okay, yeah,
Does that
exactly,
make
man.
sense?
Like, yes, absolutely does. Absolutely.
You know,
I'm with you on it, man. It definitely time to refresh. You know what I mean?
Huh? That's why we're gonna
Question
be
for
on the
you.
board. That's why we're gonna be on the board next year.
Yo, that'd be dope. Question for you, man.
Yes.
Any takeaways or dislikes about this Grammys that just passed? Like besides, Beyonce being snubbed?
They left. What was I gonna say? Apparently, there was a Takeoff tribute, and the other two Migos got into some sort of disagreement, scuffle. There's no real report on it yet, but apparently they got into a fight
Mhm.
backstage.
Yeah, I heard that too, man. I heard that
You know,
too. I mean, I hope that's not true because shit, like, the Migos were, a huge, huge thing, right?
I'm willing to have a conversation that puts them in the top 10 hip hop groups of all time.
I mean, like they were huge, bro. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like they were fucking Molly Percocet, bro. Like that, that's track went huge for fucking ever. But I
Fucking
mean,
Versace,
yo,
Versace.
oh, for sure, right? Like, I mean,
The
again,
dab took over
I
fucking
I
pop
hope
culture
I
for a
hope.
year and a half, 2 years. Like,
Well, this is it, man. They
look at
were
my dab.
everywhere,
Look at
everywhere.
my
So
dab. Hey.
I hope that beef wasn't true. I hope that didn't really
I
happen.
hope not.
For me, honestly, man, I don't know. This is what it is for me. So they did that. I guess like past like artists who have died in the last year, right?
In memoriam.
Yes, and they left off a pop icon. I I think he is anyway, and a lot of people that I've read too agree on this too. But Aaron Carter, man, to me that kid, fuck, he had what, like I think two or three like number one hits
Yeah,
during
yeah.
his
He
days
had some gold
of being
albums.
a, yeah, and I mean he was everywhere for a long period of time, and recently too before his tragic death of abusive whatever
Yeah,
he was
well,
doing. But I, I'm just saying, like, I can't believe they didn't show his picture
I
in
never
that video.
understand that because they'll put pictures of like the bassoonist from some old big band something.
Hmm. No, I
Oh,
know, I
you
know.
didn't know about Jackie so and
Hmm.
so? He used to
Oh,
play,
right. He was 85 and died of natural
yeah, he
causes.
played out he played
Like,
alto trumpet in, some band back in the day. Cool. Aaron Carter,
uh,
like, look,
dude, big name.
was he the biggest name ever? No. But when
No.
he was out, it was at a time where you got what you got. We didn't have Napster yet either. Aaron Carter was on the
Exactly.
TV. We knew him.
Yeah,
He was
man.
in our consciousness.
Hmm.
The world remembers him, or
Yeah,
most
man.
people remember who he is.
Yeah.
You know, so to just leave him off, like I think that's if it was done intentionally, that's wrong, really wrong.
Just really weird how they didn't. You know what I mean?
And do you want
Like,
to?
I
And like
mean,
what? Because he OD'd. Like there's a million rock, pop, rap stars. There's
well,
a million
that
people in the
shouldn't even
music
be it
industry
too.
who OD'd. Like,
That
not trying to
shouldn't be it
besmirch this
too.
man's name
Like,
or anything. Knock on wood. Like, but like, you know what I
yeah.
mean? What? Because he
Hmm.
died in shitty circumstances. Yeah, a lot of rock stars do. A lot of
A
entertainers
lot of
do.
entertainers in general. Yeah. Like, I mean, it was
If
just
O
kind of sad to see
if
that. I mean,
ODing
it was
doesn't
just
qualify
like,
you for the in memory at the Grammys, well, fuck. There's not gonna be anybody left on the thing. Like,
well, for real though, for real. It was just kind of sad to see they did that, and
yeah.
hopefully they can do better, man. Like shit, that's just kind of shitty.
Because you could tell he had a good heart, but like he was, he
He's fucked
was
up,
wrapped
man.
up in a lot of
I
bad
mean,
stuff
fuck,
and
child
darkness. And
star shit, right? Probably, like I wouldn't want to be a kid and have all that fame and shit on me. Like, there isn't a kid star that I know that has been fucked up at some point in their life. You know what I mean? That's
well,
some wild ass shit. You know what I mean? Like,
you spend a lot of time. A lot of these people, everyone says L.A. is just filled with people who think they're too good for their hometown.
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
and that a lot of
no
these
doubt.
people they end up getting what they wish for and realizing, man, if I was just back in my hometown, it
Well,
would
no,
never
for
be
sure. But
like this.
like,
And
do you imagine like, and this is what happens too though with these young stars, right? You become famous, and then at some point maybe you don't want to be famous anymore. You want to try to live a normal life, and then for you trying to do that, you get shit on by the world.
there's no
I
going
wouldn't
back.
want that, man. You know what I mean? It's like, fuck. That'd be just, oh man, mentally fucking. It just, oh man, make you. I wouldn't be able to deal. Wouldn't be able to deal.
I can walk to the store, buy a can of beer, go find a bench, sit there, drink it, watch the world go by,
Yeah,
throw
man.
it in the garbage can, walk home, and clear my head. You think LeBron
Yeah,
could
man.
just go and grab a 40 and go sit on a bench somewhere?
Nope.
You know what I mean? You think Taylor Swift can just go to a Starbucks and grab a cup of coffee with a friend and sit there?
Nope.
You don't get to be a person anymore.
Nope.
And that's
And
for those are the biggest celebrities, even at a small level.
dude, it was probably a lot easier to do back in the day compared to the age now of these.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like everybody's gonna have this in your face. Like,
Hmm.
oof. So yeah, I mean, on that note, like I'm saying, like it was just kind of shitty and disrespectful. I found by the Grammys not to post his face up there, but
So
I
Grammys
guess we'll
do
see.
better.
Yeah, do a little better.
They're not gonna
Smarten
they're
up.
not gonna get us smart in the fuck up because that's a little too aggressive. But
No, but if they fuck around,
they've been finding out. I'm sure numbers aren't great. I'm sure the ratings
I
are
did. I would love to see what the TV
just
ratings were on that.
broadcast
Actually.
television. Like it's over. Like this.
Oh right, like
There's only a
fuck.
few things that bring us to the television anymore. Specifically, when's the last time you were
Yeah,
on your couch
sports.
at 8:30 on a Tuesday to watch a specific show for 23 minutes?
I don't know. I haven't had cable in forever. I stream everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you know what I mean. Like, fuck. I watch live sports, and that's about it, bro.
Hmm.
Oh, and pay-per-views.
Yeah, but those are unique things. It's not like
Yep.
must see. What was it on NBC?
Yeah, I'm not there. I'm not there sitting on my couch watching North of 60. You know what I mean? Like,
Remember,
oh,
remember must see TV, Seinfeld and Friends and all
dude,
that.
dude. One more thing about the Grammys before we stop talking about
Yeah,
this
man.
here. Did you see that Indigenous woman
With the
waving
Winnipeg
that
flag.
Winnipeg Jet flag, bro? That was
Mhm.
awesome from Manitoba. That was sweet, dude.
I love it.
That was awesome. I enjoyed that. I
I love
enjoyed
seeing
that.
it.
Loud and proud, bro. Loud and proud. It was
Absolutely.
great. It was
Loyal
great.
to the soil, boys. Loyal
Loyal
to
to
the
the style,
soil.
boys. Loyal to the style. Yeah, for sure. For sure. But yeah, that's another
Yeah.
Grammys come and gone, and
Yeah.
a lot of
So yeah,
ups and downs. And,
Grammys do a little better. Try harder.
yeah,
Figure it out.
yeah. Facelift. Do something.
Stop
Refresh.
shitting on like you got to do something for Beyonce. Like, come on.
Like wow.
Who's
Like
put together?
seriously.
Who's the last artist to put back-to-back classics together?
Right.
You know what I mean? I mean, you could say Good Kid, Mad City,
Like
and
an
The Pimp a
actual
Butterfly,
talented like entertainer, singer, songwriter. You know what I mean? Like
well, with the whole
like come on,
world staring at you too. You know what I mean? Like Beyonce is
like
gonna be hyper criticized, no matter what she does.
dude.
Adele. Oh yeah, that's who else was nominated for Album of the Year. Adele was nominated. Lizzo was nominated. Beyonce was nominated. I think Taylor Swift was nominated and Harry Styles took it. It's like, and you know what? Maybe I don't know enough about it. Maybe there's a bunch of good stuff on there that I haven't heard and I'm missing it and I'm missing the point. I'm not saying that's an impossibility, but I'm just saying Lizzo had a beast of a year. Adele had a beast of a year. Beyonce had a massive year. These things are undeniable. Harry Styles was cool, but
yeah, I don't know, man.
yeah.
Man, I feel bad for her. She definitely deserves 3 out of those 4 for sure. You know what I mean?
2 definitely, 1 absolutely.
I'm gonna say three for sure, but yeah, 2, yeah, 1 absolutely okay, yeah, one absolutely for sure.
And I'm a big Adele fan. I love Adele, but
absolutely, she's
fair is fair.
Amazing. That woman has got a voice like, whew,
oh yeah,
unbelievable.
So, to all our listeners out there, let us know what you think. Do you think Beyonce got snubbed? Do you think that Harry Styles is the man? And this is the first of many.
Let us know any other things you didn't like or liked about the Grammys.
Yeah.
Even
we appreciate you guys
in the
so
comments.
Much.
Let us know.
Yeah, I've been getting a lot of feedback. A bunch of people want to come on and argue sports with us.
Yo, dude, I want to. Yeah, I got some great ideas that we need to discuss too eventually here.
We got a bunch of really good ideas percolating.
Yeah,
like
we got coming up next. Well, first off, here's the episode 40, bro.
Here's the episode 40. Put them up.
Yo, episode 40.
Put them up.
Cheers, brother. Cheers.
You know what else I love about the Pilsner can? There's so much going on the label. It looks like the cover of Dookie.
Bro, it's got like a
remember the Dookie tape
on it? Yeah,
there's so much shit going on.
It's got a what's with the bunny rabbits, bro? Like that, they're everywhere, bro. The bunny rabbits. Old style Pilsner. It's got an old school.
After you have 15 of them, you're staring at the rabbit and you're trying to see into its soul. And
why rabbits?
Don't follow it down the hole, bro. Trust me.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, here's the episode 40. Yo, thank you so much for everybody who still listens. We got a lot of great feedback. The DMs are popping on the Instagram, as it were. Yeah, we love and support our listeners. Thank you. We appreciate it.
Yes, thank you so much, guys.
We love you telling us what we did right. Tell us what we did wrong too. If you think something stupid, write in the comments. If you think we're boneheads, hit us up, man.
Hey, yo, if you got any ideas of anything you guys want to hear us talk about, spit them. Shit, you want to come on the show? Let us know.
Yeah,
let's chit chat.
We're just trying to consistently give you the opinions of 2 real live motherfuckers.
Absolutely.
Yeah. With a little bit of polish. I'm not going to lie. Sometimes I make my voice sound like this to sound a lot better on the microphone. But no, honestly, man, brother. We really appreciate it. What we got coming up next? Valentine's is on its way.
We got our Valentine's.
Mm-hmm.
We're making a playlist, right? So we got that coming.
Make me a mixtape.
We got a great epi. We got a great epi discussing that Billboards list coming up too.
We got a return guest who is one of our highest viewed episodes ever. So we're gonna have a lot of fun when he comes on. We're gonna discuss this Billboard list. Yeah. What else we got coming up? We got
shout out to Thai sauce there.
Well, yeah, okay.
Thai sauce.
I was gonna say wait till the episode.
Yo, get the viewers interested. Get them interested.
Exactly.
Let them in.
Yeah, we got Thai sauce coming back. We got a couple other guests on the way.
Let them in.
We're sorting that out. Also, we have we got a couple episodes coming up that are not sports centric. We do a lot of sports. We got some stuff coming up that's gonna be a little more TV, movie, music oriented, and other stuff too.
Yes.
We got a guest or 2 coming on for the ladies.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Yeah, shout out to our female listeners. We're trying to represent our female.
Episode 40. Yes, we do.
Yeah, we're trying to represent our female contingent a little better. We're going to try to have more female guests as well.
For sure. We got to spread it around for all the audience.
Absolutely. Well, if there's anything women love is just having 2 guys tell them what they think nonstop without having any representation for themselves, right? So...
For sure, man. For sure. Oh, right on, brother. Right on.
Yeah, so we got a lot of stuff.
I guess that's it from us, from the boys into north here, bro.
The 40th expedition. That's it.
40th, bro. 40th.
Yeah. So yeah, got some stuff coming up. Thank you. We appreciate y'all. 40 more, 100 more.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna try to do something big for number 45.
Yo, let's do that.
So yeah, we got a bunch of good stuff coming up. We're so excited. 40th expedition into the north. We're flying, brother.
Yes, bro.
Yeah, we got some good stuff coming. So for
We
my man
rolling.
out
We
there,
rolling.
for my man out there in Winnipeg, Chantastic Corey Chan. I'm Don
Yo.
Chula over here in Montreal. Stay safe, take care of each other, and say goodnight to the bad guys.